Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. And we're about to go into a big cutscene that is a big part of the story. Anyway, as you can see, like I said, oh my god, Navi. The castle gate is up even during the day. You'll see why in a few seconds here. And as you approach the castle, you can see everything gets gloomy and the sky gets cloudy. Everything gets dark. It's like, oh my god, what's going to happen? It's like, oh, one more thing I forgot to mention before you go into this cutscene. Like, 3 more steps and I'm in the cutscene. Later in the game, there's a flashback to this cutscene, and whatever shield you were wearing when you went into the cutscene, that's the shield that'll show up in the flashback. So I always thought that was real cool. I usually just stick with the Deku shield, so there we go. This is one of the more epic cutscenes in the game. I'm not gonna talk much over this, by the way. So. It's like, yeah, this looks familiar. Haven't we seen this before? The gate comes down. What the hell? Who's that? Oh god, get out of the way, Link. It's gonna kill you. Oh my god, it's Zelda and Impdini. Zelda and Impdini. She threw something in the water there. Oh my god, I'm scared. No, okay, never mind. I can't come up with good reactions for this. You know, when you've seen something so many times, it's hard to come up with a reaction that sounds like it's the first time you're seeing it. I lost her. You, over there, little kid. You must have seen the white horse gallop past here just now. Which way did it go? Answer me! I'm not gonna answer you, shut up. Don't worry talking to me like that, say please and maybe I'll tell you. So you think you can protect them from me? You've got guts, kid. Yeah, I've got guts. And I'm about to cut yours out right now. Okay. You want a piece of me? Very funny. I like your attitude. What are you doing? What are you doing? Bring it on. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, he just owned me right there. Pathetic little fool. Do you realize who you are dealing with? I am Ganondorf, and soon I will rule the world. Alright, that's nice for you. Not if I have anything to say about it, bitch. Link's like, haven't I seen him somewhere before? Because if you remember, at the very beginning of the game, the dream Link was having was pretty similar to that. Anyway, that's that cutscene. It's kind of pretty big deal, and the first thing you're going to want to do, of course, is pick up that thing Zelda threw into the water. Because that's, well, very important. Okay, yeah, if you can grab it without missing it. There. You found the Ocarina of Time. This is the royal family's hidden treasure which Zelda left behind. It glows with a mystical light. You know, there's just something about, like in video games, when you pick up an item that the video game is named after, there's just something really epic about it. Pyro, can you hear me? It's me, Zelda. Yeah, I can hear you. I can't see you. Oh, now I can see you. Pyro, when you hold this ocarina in your hand, I won't be around anymore. What? Where the hell did you go? I wanted to wait for you, but I couldn't delay any longer. At least I could at least I could leave you the ocarina and this melody. Epic song. Frickin' epic. Oh, that song is epic as hell. You've learned the Song of Time. damn straight. It's just a white screen. Now, Pyro, play this melody in front of the altar in the Temple of Time. You must protect the Triforce. Okie dokie. He's like, holy hell, what the hell just happened? Navi's flipping out for some reason. Okay. And now, as you can see, our ocarina, our fairy ocarina that we got from Saria, is now replaced with the Ocarina of Time. And that's the last ocarina we'll get in the game. You don't need much better than the Ocarina of Time. Does it get better than that? Yeah, like I was saying, when you pick up an item in a game, when you pick up the item in the game that the game is named after, there's just something, really epic about it. Like, if this game wasn't named Ocarina of Time, picking up the Ocarina of Time there wouldn't be such a big deal. It wouldn't be as epic, Anyway, now basically, see in the background there? That's the Temple of Time up here. I haven't actually been here, but you keep going around, that's the Temple of Time, and that's where we're supposed to go next. But there's actually something you want to do before you do that, and this is something you have to do first. Technically you don't have to, but if you don't, there's upgrades you won't be able to get. So you're going to want to come here, and this is the Happy Mask Shop. It's so happy in here. And here's this guy. This guy's creepy as hell in Majora's Mask. Hi! Welcome to the Happy Mask Shop. We deal masks that bring happiness to everyone. How would you like to be... What? How would you like to be a happiness salesman? Okay, I'll lend you a mask. You sell that mask and bring the money back here. If you want to read the fine print, take a look at the sign right over there. After you've sold all the masks, you'll become happy yourself. Have faith. Okay, now, at the moment, there's only one mask you can get. It's the Keaton mask for 10 rupees. So you're going to want to get it. You borrowed the Keaton... Yeah, notice it says borrowed rather than you got. That's because you won't actually permanently have this item. It's a borrow sort of thing. As you can see, you can equip it and everything, and you can put it on. But basically, this is the mask side quest. It's a pretty decent side quest. I'll admit what you get for it is, pretty much useless, but there are upgrades you can get during this mask quest that you can only get at this point in the game. Basically what this is he'll sell you one mask to start, which is the Keaton mask, and you have to find somebody in Hyrule to sell it to. There's only one person in the game that will buy it off you. And once you buy it off him, go back and give the rupees that you got for the mask when you sold it to the person. Give those rupees back to the Happy Mask guy, and another mask will become available, and then you buy that, borrow that mask, and sell it to another person. And there's how many? There are 4 masks in total, I believe. Anyway, the first one shouldn't be too difficult, because if you remember, the first time we went up to Death Mountain, the guard we talked to, he asked if you could get him a popular mask from the mask shop. Well, this is the mask he was talking about. So the first one's pretty easy, but the ones after that can be tough if you don't know where to go. You'd be searching all around this game forever and a half. And you just wear the mask and talk to him. Wahaha! Do you think you're in disguise, Mr. Hero? Oh, is that a key something character mask? I heard he's very popular recently. He's my boy's favorite, that key something mask. If you don't mind, will you sell it to me? And you say yes. My boy will be very happy with this. You really are Mr. Hero. You sold the 10 rupee mask for 15 rupees. You earned a little profit. Let's go to the mask shop and pay back the mask price of 10 rupees. He says he's going to give it to his son, but he never takes it off. He's constantly wearing it. I'm starting to think he just wanted it for himself. He probably doesn't even have a son, you know that? Anyway. And now your C button is empty, which I've always thought that looks weird. But anyway. When you sell masks, sometimes you'll earn a little profit. As you can see, that was a 10 rupee mask. I got 15 for it. When you go back to give the rupees to the mask guy, you only have to give him 10 rupees. You only give him the amount that the mask is worth. So if you earn a little profit, you get to keep that profit. So I get to keep those extra 5 rupees, which is nice. Not that that's a whole hell of a lot, and not that I'm going to be needing rupees anytime soon or anything, but, it's nice. Yeah, basically, and then you head back to the mask guy and give his rupees, and another mask will become available, and then, you know, basically just rinse and repeat from there. Of course, yeah, like I said, if you don't know where the person is you're supposed to sell the mask to, this can be pretty tough. I'll just grab some rupees there just for the hell of it. Anyway, there's the reason you want to do this side quest before you play the Song of Time in front of the altar in the Temple of Time, like Zelda said to do, is because there's upgrades you can get with these masks. Hang on. Oh great, you sold it. Please pay back 10 rupees for the Keaton mask. Payment received. Oh, here's another mask. This is the skull mask right here. You borrowed a skull mask. Awesome sauce. Now these masks actually do things. If you wear this mask, this skull mask, around a place where there's keys, the keys won't bother you. It keeps the keys away, basically. It's like keys repellent, almost. And the other masks that become available after this one also do things, but I'll explain what they do when they become available. So, anyway, like I was saying, the reason you want to do this before you play the Song of Time in the Temple of Time is because the upgrades you can get with these masks, you can only get now. If you can do this side quest after you play the Song of Time in the Temple of Time, but if you do, you can't get the upgrades. They're just not available. I don't know if that's a glitch in the game or they meant to do that, but basically they're 2 weapon upgrades, and they're the only 2 upgrades in the game that are like a one-time thing. If you don't get them at the right time, you can never get them again. So if you don't do this mask side quest before you play the Song of Time in the Temple of Time, then the 2 upgrades will never be available to you. You can just never get them again. So that's why it's good to do this. Yeah, there's pretty much a short period of time you can do this, because you actually can't finish the mask side quest until you've completed Jabu Jabu's Belly. So you have to do it after Jabu Jabu's Belly and before you go to the Temple of Time. So there's a very small window there of opportunity where you can get these upgrades, but if you know about them, then it's not too difficult. Anyway, I'm going to. Well, this mask, the skull mask, is one of the masks that you use to get one of the upgrades. So I'm just going to quickly run over and take it to where you're supposed to go. It's here in the Lost Woods. And it just so happens the person you have to sell the mask to is also here in the Lost Woods. So, you know, that works out nicely. That worked out very nicely. Alright, I believe it's right here. Yes. Alright, now there should be a hole in this grass somewhere. Ignore these guys shooting nuts at you. They see the butterflies. There should be a hole around here somewhere. Well, dude, there it is. Alright, now basically stand in the spotlight right here and put on the mask. And then this'll happen. It'll be like, whoa. Alright, here, this is some scary ass shit right here. Anyway, basically go up to this plant looking thing here and walk around it a few times. Just hang around, and eventually, he'll pop up. All of the young Deku Scrub brothers agree. You look exactly like our sacred forest totem. As an offering from us, please accept these Deku sticks. I will also enhance your carrying skills. Abracadabra. Alakazam! What is this, Pokemon? You can now pick up even more Deku sticks. You can carry up to 30 of them. And that is our final Deku stick upgrade, and they all go back into their holes, which, those guys creep me out. I don't know, man. I don't know about you, but they scare the crap out of me. Anyway, yeah, that Deku stick upgrade, like I said, it's easily missable, because if you don't do that before you play the Song of Time in the Temple of Time, you can never get it again. So, and there's also another one. That's our last Deku stick upgrade, by the way. There's no more, so. We have all the slingshot upgrades and all the Deku stick upgrades and all the bomb upgrades. There's one more Deku Nut upgrade, and that also is used for the mask side quest. Put on the mask and talk to the Skull Kid. Hee hee. Under that mask, aren't you that Kokiri kid? Oops. Do you want to give it to me? Okay. Oh, I'm gonna wear this all the time. He just gave you 10 rupees for a 20 rupee mask. You lost money on that deal. Go back to the mask shop and pay 20 rupees for the mask. I'll see you guys next time.